Once we have a solid understanding of demand theory, the discussion of supply would become easier. Okay, because you would find that a lot of stuff we will discuss here in this video sound familiar. Okay, for example, let's start with the quantity supplied. Okay, the definition is amount of any good, service, or resource that people are willing and able to sell. If you remember how we define quantity demanded, again, it's very similar, right? You just replace the words here, buy with sell, right? Again, there are two preconditions: willing to sell and able to sell. Okay, both needs to be satisfied so that it will be counted as quantity supplied. Okay. Supply schedule would be, how much a good or service producers are willing and able to buy at various prices. Okay, so here the quantity supplied is at a specific price. Okay, and the supply schedule, we have to demonstrate all possible or various prices. Okay, and at each price, how much people are willing and able to buy. Okay, so it's a table, right? And the supply curve is just a graphical representation of the supply schedule. Okay? And later we're going to show you a numerical example. Okay? And once again, supply is a relationship between the price and its corresponding quantity supplied, when all other influences on the selling plans remain the same. Okay? Now, simply speaking, the difference between quantity supplied and supply is quantity supplied is a number. So you name a price and I give you the corresponding quantity. That's how much people are willing and able to sell. Okay, but supply is a relationship. So I cannot just use one number to show you that relationship. I have to give you a group of numbers, okay, representing the prices and their corresponding quantities. Okay, so it is a relationship. Now here is a numerical example, okay, about the coffee beans market. Okay, and on your right hand side, this table is so-called the supply schedule. Okay, so here we give you 7 different prices, as low as 50 cents per pound, as high as $2 per pound. And for each price, we give you the corresponding quantities. So here we're looking at the global market, so you see billions of pounds. Okay, and these quantity, it could be as low as 8 billions of pounds when the price is 50 cents, or it could be as high as 11.6 billions of pounds when the price is $2 per pound. Okay, now when we plot these 7 combinations between the prices and the quantities, we find these 7 dots on the graph. Okay, and once we collect these dots, we would produce a supply curve. Okay, once again, the most important thing here about the supply curve is it is upward sloping. Okay, it is upward sloping. And let's write it here. So this is different from the demand curve, right? Demand curve, we said it's a downward sloping. Okay, so here supply curve is upward sloping. Okay, and here what we're showing you is a curve, but in a different example or different book, it could be an upward sloping straight line. Okay, or it could be irregular but still upward sloping. Okay, so the specific shape, okay, it's a straight line or curve or a regular curve or smooth curve or unsmooth curve, it doesn't matter. Okay, what really matters is this is an upward sloping curve. Okay, this upward sloping curve tells us the economic intuition that the higher the price, the more people are willing and able to sell. This is so-called the law of supply. Okay, so the law of supply is a higher price for a good or service. Other things equal leads producers to supply a larger quantity of that good or service. So the price of our good is the first factor that could determine how much how much producers are going to supply on the market. Okay, and other things equal means ceteris paribus, right? So when we look at the price, we're going to hold other things constant. Okay, we definitely have more than one factors that could change producer's decision. Okay, but here we just look at supply. The price. Okay, the economic intuition behind the law of supply. We know that it's very straightforward, right? The higher the price, the more they want to produce. But why? We still want to know why. Okay, what exactly happening behind? Now, to be able to understand that, we would like to, briefly talk about a very simple equation here. Okay, on the left-hand side of the equation, it's called the unit profit. Now, unit profit means how much money a producer can make by selling each unit of its product. Okay, so for example, if we talk about Dell, the computer manufacturer, okay, by selling each desktop computer, Dell can make $100. Then that would be the unit profit. Okay, or how much money Apple can make by selling each iPhone, right? The unit profit is actually a difference between the market price, P, of course, this is the price per unit, okay, minus C. Okay, here C is unit cost. Okay, so how much it would cost for Apple to produce one iPhone, or for Dell to produce one desktop computer? Okay, oftentimes in reality, we know the total cost, we know how many units produced, so we can find the unit cost, okay, by using the total cost divided by the number of units. Okay, now here when we look at the influence of the price, okay, on the producer's decision, we said that other things equal, right? In this equation, other things equal means C is held constant. That's why we put the overhead bar, okay, to tell us that now the unit cost is a constant. Okay, it's not going to change. Now here we find that a higher price means a larger difference between the price and the unit cost, so the unit profit would be higher. Okay, and that's why they want to supply more. So here S stands for supply. Okay, so the producers, the quantity supplied. The quantity supplied should be higher. Okay, so it's Q superscript S. Okay, now here you would find that behind the law of supply, there's actually a very strong assumption, which is every firm is a profit maximizer. Okay, in other words, the only goal maximizer, the only goal for them to produce is to make more money. Okay, make the most possible dollars. Okay, and in reality, of course, some firms care about the social benefit. Okay, they want to take more social responsibilities. These are true. Okay, but in economics, oftentimes we just narrowly focused on the profit. Okay, by assuming that these firms are profit maximizer. Okay, all right. So this is a first factor that will shape the producer's decision. Okay, and just like the demand theory, we have 5 more factors we want to discuss in the next video.